And we are following some breaking news this noon. A mother is in jail accused in the death of her young son. Police were called to an apartment complex last night in McKeesport. And when they arrived, they found the child unresponsive. Good afternoon. I'm Stacy Smith. Paul Martino joins us live now with the latest on just what happened. Paul?
Stacy, I have just been handed some very disturbing allegations regarding the death of this 17-month-old boy. The mother, 21-year-old Christian Clark, has been arrested and charged with homicide. Details now emerging from Allegheny County Police indicate that the woman was having a fight with the father of this little boy. She was exchanging vicious text messages. The contents of those text messages provided in a police affidavit telling the father that she did in fact kill the boy, actually sending him video of his lifeless body. And again, this is what police are telling us, that in those text messages, she held up the lifeless boy and admitted to smothering him on an air mattress. Again, these details just coming into us right now. She has been arrested. She is charged with homicide. And by the way, there was a 2-year-old girl in the room at the same time. That girl apparently is unharmed. Very disturbing allegations just coming into us. We're going to have a lot more about this on our later news this afternoon. Reporting live, Paul Martino, KDKA TV News.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Wake Up Report. And this is what you do. You take this little heifer and you tie her hands behind her back and you tie her feet at the ankles so she cannot struggle, she cannot fight, because she has to know what it's like to be as helpless as a toddler. You put her face down on the same air mattress that she smothered and murdered that little baby on. And you hold her face down until she practically passes out from being smothered to death. Then you put her on trial, and then you ask her, based on what we did to you, what should the punishment be for someone who knowingly, willingly, and purposely murders a baby by smothering them on an air mattress to get back at the father because you think he's boning another chick. You know, I always ride Jesse Williams about the BET speech and the old little thing he did about black women and, you know, we need to do better by black women and all that kind of stuff. And I'm telling you, Jesse, pay compliments to the immediate women in your family. You know, your wife, your mother, your daughter, if you have a daughter, if you're going to, you know, if you have kids and you have a daughter, you know, you deal with those women, because when you stand up and profess to speak for an entire group of women, many of whom are 90s babies, and many of whom are no more than ratchet ass, ghetto ass hood rats, you're going to roll snake eyes every time, brother. So just work on your immediate circle of women. Maybe it'll expand out, you know, and you can reach some other women, but never attempt to speak for groups of black people. They will let you down every time. And I used to do the same thing. So I'm guilty of the same thing. You know, well, as a conscious black person, as somebody who sees the potential, who sees what black people could do if they work together, if they woke up, so to speak. You know, I'm not saying you have to be 100% perfect, because none of us are. But if you were just to function on a basic level of communication and working together, you could literally change the landscape of what black America is. But there are too many niggas, so to speak. There are too many niggas that think what they're doing is normal, that think how they are living is normal, and they do not want to change. And unfortunately, when these type of women get impregnated by the same dysfunctional men that come out of this generation, it is just generation. This child would have been the 4th generation 90s babies product, which means it is more than likely he would have inherited the same dysfunction. He would have inherited the same just ridiculous behavior that his mother, his father, her mother, and then her mother have gone through. So it is inevitable with 90s babies. There are only 2 choices. Well, no, I'll say 3 choices. Okay, one choice is jail. You're bound to be incarcerated at some point. You're going to kill another 90s Babies product, or you will probably wind up killing yourself at some point. And this is what we see. These are just rabid animals that will turn on each other at some point because the world that they live in, their circles, think that this is how they should express themselves. This is how they handle problems. This is how they deal with life, by just lashing out. This dumb heifer that shot at her own house and was waving a gun in front of her own children. And then we got this female, and we can go on and we can go on and we can go on. These people, unless, because you always have to give people an out, that's only fair. If you make a concerted effort to change your life for the better, then fine. No matter what circumstance you come out of, there's always room to improve yourself and do better for yourself. We wouldn't have Malcolm X if that were the case. And Malcolm X is one of the few men that I truly, truly respect because he transformed himself. He went from the absolute gutter all the way to being one of the most influential leaders and political speakers that have come out of the black experience. So everybody can change, but you got to make a concerted effort to change. And these 90s babies, they don't want to change. They like their nigger mentalities. They like this drama. They like this violence. They like perpetuating violence on innocent black people. They like perpetuating violence on themselves. So there's nothing you can do with them. It would be wonderful if we could contain them in an area, a 90s Babies Thunderdome, I guess. Ring the bell and just let them all slaughter each other. We pick up the pieces after the fact, and then maybe we can move on with the ones that are left over and want to do something. But I don't know if Pennsylvania has the death penalty. If they don't, it is quite obvious she's going to be going to jail for the rest of her life. So that means the taxpayers are going to have to foot the bill to keep this heifer alive for the rest of her life. And the boy's father is not innocent in this whatsoever. All of those text messages that you see, and the whole thing plays out with this through this texting. It just shows how psychologically bent this woman is. That you would take the time to text all that, to be that vicious and to be that calculating, that methodical in murdering a child. And you're going to make sure that the child's father is going to suffer for the rest of his life. And you think that this is the way to express yourself. But the father is not innocent. His ass should be locked up too. Because when she texted you that threat to murder that boy, and the best you can tell her was, I'm not coming over there. I'm not coming over there. It leads me to believe you didn't care about the boy yourself. But what did I just say a while back? You will kill each other. You will kill yourselves, or you will turn on each other at some point. So his ass should be locked up too, because instead of calling the police, you texting back and forth with her, and then you're going to get on social media. Oh, don't nobody, I got no time to be a judge, and I just want my family to be respected during this time. And come on, maybe you didn't care, because I guess for you, well, that's another little nigga I ain't got to take care of. And I'm over here with this chick making another 90s Babies byproduct that may turn out to be a killer or something. I'm done infecting her with dysfunction and negativity. I need to go infect somebody else now. I need to pass that 90s Babies gene on to somebody else so we can have the next new generation of killers and dysfunctionals. These are godless, remorseless people. They have no type of spiritual sense about them. They have no type of connection to things like love and understanding, children. They're absolutely useless. We are dealing with about 3 generations, possibly 4, if they don't wind up killing off the 4th generation themselves like this one did. But these are the most useless, dysfunctional black people to come out of the black American experience. They are the result of freedom, because apparently slavery, it seems, was a better option for a lot of you out there. You don't know what to do with freedom. You don't know what to do with opportunity. It doesn't matter what you offer somebody by way of opportunity. You will find a way to continue to do the things that you want to do as far as your negative behavior and the negative consequences that come out of the negative behavior. If you were that methodical, calculating, if you made such detailed plans about voting, for example, your life would be so much better. Black Lives Matter is a joke. It is a scam. And for you black people out there who bought into that joke, into that scam, you need to rethink where you need to apply yourselves as far as articulating what black people are about and what direction black people need to be going in. Because Black Lives Matters has led you down a one-way alley thinking that it's a two-way street. Leave them alone, Jesse. Leave these black queens alone. These black kings too. They're not worth it. They're just absolutely not worth the time. This is KTM and the Wake Up Report saying think a little bit. It will do wonders for you.